Vision. What is vision? To me, vision is um, looking beyond the present. It means looking into the future of your life. And I think vision is precious because it gives us purpose. It's something that as human beings, we we can leverage it and use it to drive us, to motivate us, to um, along with our imagination, our capacity to use our imagination, we can begin to open up our potential on the inside of us. And the awesome thing about vision is everybody has it, whether they realize it or not. I think it's a powerful force. I think that without vision, we may mistakenly misuse our time or make foolish decisions with our time. And so I think it's important. I know I can speak for myself. When there was a time in my life when I didn't have vision, I was living in the moment, living in the present. And I think, I was, in my case, I thought I was, you know, living a normal life and doing what everybody else was doing. But I knew it was there, but I didn't quite know how to really use it to its full advantage. So, what does vision look like? So, vision may look like being able to imagine a place in your life, a place in a time in your life where you want financial freedom, or you have a vision for your to create a garden in your backyard. You may have a vision to be a musician one day, and that those first steps may look like picking up an instrument. Um, so it also, I'm imagining right now a bunch of seeds, right? If a seed could talk, it would tell you its vision. Hey, I'm going to be a banana one day, or I'm going to be a tomato one day, or I'm going to be a pineapple one day. Whatever that whatever fruit that it may one day become, or the potential it has. um uh I say that to I guess illustrate the idea of vision, um and also to realistically illustrate that vision is not something that will happen immediately, but it will take time. but it's something that we can look forward to. And I think that can be encouraging. And that also there could be an element of excitement behind that. Because to have vision is to have a pathway, is to have purpose, is to have a goal or several goals. The cool thing is, much like how you can have multiple seeds, you can have more than one vision. You can have a vision to be financially free. You can have a vision to be to have a skill set. You can have a vision to be, a father or mother. You can have a vision to solve a problem, to start a business, or to be to create one of the things I felt like a vision that I've had on my heart is, to create a crisis, a you know crisis center for babies whose mothers who whether they are 6 months pregnant or just found out they're pregnant. So having a vision for those mothers who are struggling or debating to have an abortion or not. And I know that's a touchy issue, but I feel like, as I've had conversations with people about, should they have an abortion, or just the whole debate on abortion. It's like, are you pro-life, which means, do you want the baby to live, or are you pro-choice? You'd rather have the mother, have control over her body. It's her body, and if it is brought up, abortion is well within her rights. But no one ever talks about an alternative, such as, how can we? What is a better solution? What other vision is out there to solve this real world problem? And just going back to the vision that I felt like was on my heart is, what if, expecting mothers or mothers who weren't expecting a child, all of a sudden find out they're pregnant, and there's a crisis center that they can go to and have support. And so their option isn't, hey, or they don't have to be forced to have an abortion, because there's an alternative. There's a place, there's a center where they can receive care. They can, now how it's funded, the how is, I don't know. I don't know the entire how, but I do know I do know there's a vision. I do know there's a seed in my heart. Another vision that I have is to be financially free, to not have debt, to have investments, whether it be in a stock market, whether it be Bitcoin, which will be another conversation, or whatever the opportunity may present itself. But I do have a vision to be financially free. Another vision that I have is to play the guitar and piano. It's something that I've I have whenever I've whenever I've been somewhere and I see a piano, I'm just drawn to it, and I just um, I'll sit down, and if I have the opportunity to play the piano, there's something that comes alive inside of me. It's tied to my purpose. I feel like there's something about this um, that speaks to me, and so um, those are just a few examples of the visions that I have in my heart. And I think at first you have to believe that you do have a purpose and that you do have a vision. And I think life leaves clues about what what kind of visions we have on the inside of us. I think it's up to us to find those clues. Then that might involve taking risks, um, and moving towards a vision. Or I know there was a time in my life where I was working in retail, and um, I decided to just, you know, after 7 years working at this retail place, I decided to, leave that job and take 6 months off. Mind you, the company did provide, um, they had a stock option where I was able to cash out those stocks and cash out the 401k, which most people will say you need to have a 401k. You need to invest for your retirement. Um, but I felt strongly about taking that time off to be inspired again. So it was nice. I didn't work for 6 months, but I had the funds to be able to lead that life. Um and it was during those 6 months where I began looking into investments, paper trading, using the Thinkorswim platform, um, and then just learning and soaking up. There was a course that I bought, and I used that time to soak up that information. Um, and so I think it was exciting because I felt like I was using my time um, purposefully, and I didn't see it as a loss. Um, and now I don't have all the knowledge in the world about investing, but I have a little bit. And that was 2 years ago, and then here we are, um, and now I'm you know investing in the crypto world and Bitcoin and different altcoins, which that'll be another conversation. But it from 2 years ago to where I am now, it was, and that decision that I made back in April of 2018 to leave my job and take that risk and decide that, hey, I think I need to make a change. And so um, going back to taking risks, because I could have very well stayed at the company that I was working for. Um, but vision leaves clues. I think we also have to, besides taking risk and looking out for the clues of what that vision is for our lives, we Um, I think we need to be aware um, of, and I guess have that on our radar. I think you need to be in a posture to see and hear, have the eyes to see and the ears to hear what that vision may be, and be expecting, and not doing what I felt I was doing for 7 years was the time I was with the company, is just living day by day and showing up to work and um, just going with the motions. And I feel like many of us might be experiencing that. It's not a bad place to be in, but I think hopefully we can be moved. Might take a little bit of anger. I think anger is a good catalyst or motivator to get you fired up. Angry when you see someone in a position, um, not necessarily with more money than, um, but who you see is living their purpose. Um, I don't recommend, you know, being moved to take a risk because you see someone who has more money than you, because I think that you can find that at any, that's very easy to find. It's very easy to find someone who has more money than you, and then react in such a way where you're envious, and you plan steps to make make more money. I don't think it's all about money. I want to believe that it's just a byproduct of, that may or may not happen. I think the most important thing we ought to be focused on is, what am I chasing my purpose? Am I on the path that God has for me? I think that's far more valuable than using your income or how much money you have in the bank account as a metric to determine where you are in life. Because you may very well be the person who is living their purpose and chasing their dreams, but you're not making a ton of money. But you feel satisfaction and fulfillment in what you do. So I don't think money is the answer. I'm a firm believer in vision and purpose, and chasing that, and following the clues to what that might be for us. Vision. I know vision can mean a lot of things for us. But I think part of life's journey is to, find those clues of what that vision may be. Another vision that I have is, apart from, picking up piano lessons or guitar lessons or being financially free, is I have a vision for my church. So I go to a church, I'm a church member, and I volunteer, and I have vision for because I serve in the church, I have a vision for the there is a storage, you know. It's not, this isn't a elaborate vision, but I think I have a vision for we have a storage area that's pretty cluttered, and I have a vision for that. I have a vision for the area that I serve within my church, that one day we'll have a a solution for a number of things that God has put in my heart. Um, and I think, and that brings me to serving, being a volunteer, which is something that I genuinely enjoy, and giving my time and energy in the church. And I feel like God has placed vision in my heart for the areas that I've served, and what I can see may one day be, well, rather inspired me to to see the things, areas of improvement or processes. And so I have vision for those things. Like, I have a vision for our church to have a better storage solution. This isn't a sophisticated. This is a very practical vision. It's not grand, but it is a vision nonetheless. I feel like it's on my heart. Vision for a storage solution, a vision for another part of the church that I serve, and for that department to have a recording studio. I have a vision for our church to have a pickup truck to haul stuff. Again, another practical piece to that vision. Have a vision for the church to have find cash reserves, and to be very well off, and to turn to the community, to the mayor, or to other partners, business partners in the area, to turn around and say, hey, what can we do? What can the church do to help you? How can we support you? So, to further influence and be a light to the community that we serve. Vision. I think vision is awesome. And for me, it's, it just, to have vision, it just keeps me going. And it's more precious to me than, money, more precious to me than any of my personal possessions, because it gives me something to look forward to. And I hope that anyone who's listening can see that and desire that for themselves, and chase that vision, and be your own personal investigator, and find the clues to what God has given you vision for, whether it be for you, for your family, for your church, for the city, for the place that you are currently at right now, a vision for your workplace. whether it be small, practical, or so big that you can't imagine how it'll get done. Um, so I just want to encourage whoever's listening to chase vision. Find out, be bent on knowing and desiring what vision that you have, because I think it's going to lead us to more fulfilling and purposeful life. And again, everybody has vision. I think if we just do a little bit of digging, and you know um, take on that mindset of wanting to know what that vision is for our lives, I think it can be life changing. So that's my piece on vision. I look forward to making more content, um, and to inspire people to um, you know to inspire people who want more out of life. Um, I thank God that I have this platform, and I hope um, this time was meaningful. And I look forward to talking again next time. Peace.